I deported illegal immigrants with ICE. Jeez, Jesus Christ, man. Fuck it, let's see what's going on.
That's an
Call
illegal
me gamer,
alien
I
being
got you.
deported by
It's
ICE.
escalating. He's not
wow.
opening the vehicle. Looks like they broke the glass.
I work good every time. I know bad guys.
I'm
He'll
gonna
be taken to a detention
feel
center
bad
like
watching this, bro.
Or he'll probably get deported from the country. But luckily for him, he was
Goddamn.
just arrested in the sanctuary state of Washington, meaning this state actively does not cooperate with the federal government to turn over known illegal immigrants to
let's
federal
go.
immigration enforcement agencies like ICE.
Hey, let me know how y'all feel about the immigration shit. I'm genuinely curious, like with all the protests going on. Let me know how y'all feel about it, man.
Bite the camera? He licked it.
What the
He licked
fuck?
the lens. You know, I'm not a fan of a Nazi.
I'm not gonna say no.
Whoa. Yo, so we have an ICE agent right here.
So how does ICE arrest illegals in a state that doesn't want them to?
Says-
Which illegal
Okay,
aliens
I don't know
are
what's
ICE
going
looking
on.
for first? What
All right.
rights do they have?
Let me break it down like real quick. Like I'm trying to do like a little quick rundown. All right, so our president, he doesn't want illegal immigrants in our country, but at the beginning he said he was only getting rid of like the criminals and shit. But now this fucker getting rid of everybody, bruh. I don't know what ICE is. I don't know what it stands for, but basically they just get rid of illegal immigrants and send them to like El Salvador prison and whatnot. But now ICE is taking out like pretty much any undocumented immigrant, like because they're illegal, and it is against the law. But like you take away for like you're taking hardworking men and women away from their families and shit that they worked hard to build up. Cause like America's a home for America was made to be like, you know, the land of the free and shit. But now I don't know, bro. It's massive wrong with them just trying to live. I couldn't tell you, bro.
And how does
Apparently they're taking all our jobs and shit.
From arrest to deportation.
When asked if there's a
That's
way
just
to
my
carry
opinion,
out
though.
mass
People have other
deportations
opinions.
without separating families, Homan said this.
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Before I
So
embed with
stupid,
ICE
bro.
agents arrusting illegals and Seattle journalist Jonathan Cho,
Damn!
what do the
Fight back,
residents
nigga.
of Seattle think about ICE and mass deportations?
Pregunta. Okay, so we're asking people out here in Washington their thoughts on like ICE raids. ICE, bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a
Nazis
strange
tend to be
move.
bad.
Tú conoces personas ilegales.
No more tax money for them. Like think
en
that's
este
what I
país.
that's what I be saying too. Like why are we getting rid of them? Why are we getting rid of the undocumented immigrants that pay taxes? Like they literally pay. I feel like if you pay taxes, you can live in this country, bro. Like that's just me. You paying taxes? Like come on, bro. You one of us. Crazy Bill. No, God it was.
No soy fed. I'm gonna guess you're not a fan.
Yeah, no. I think like any
This thing got a fade?
basically moral person, I'm not a fan of a Nazi administration.
Por deportación.
Mucho mal, sí.
Okay. Mucho mal.
Mucho mal.
Mucho mal. Mucho mal.
Thank God for subtitles, bro.
If there are any like heinous criminals out there who happen to be undocumented, should they be sent away or no?
No, that's what habeas corpus and due process goes through. Constitutional protections for sort of thing apply to anybody within the laws of a country. Many Americans don't recognize if you go to another country, you're subject to that country's laws, including its protections. I used to do, I studied
that a
immigration
dude?
law in law school. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
answer
think there
that.
needs to be an expedited process for the people that are escaping violence in other countries, but I think there should be a quick and legal process to help all of these people move to the U.S. if they want to be.
That's another thing. It takes like what 7 to 10 years for you to become like an actual legal citizen. You gotta pass some fucking history test that like 90% of Americans can't pass. Then there's like so much shit you have to do. Like it's a lot of shit you gotta do. Like I think it's a 7 to 10 year process, and then you still can possibly get denied or something like that. I could be wrong. FC25 just killed it. All right, bro. The fuck?
And a lot of them are here, because they're escaping danger from other countries, and that's the tradition of the United States.
Got it. And should there be a distinction between an economic migrant and a refugee fleeing like a war-torn country?
No. No. They're still people.
If you're illegal,
Facts.
I would say try and go through the proper systems. Of course, obviously, asylum seekers, I wish them the best. But after all, this is a country with infrastructure and people, and we have to still, help yourself before you can help others.
If they're here not being, illegally, they should be deported.
I do not support it. Non-support.
They need due process. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's what we're based on.
Understood. If they're afforded due process and it is for a fact decided that they've illegally entered the country, is deportation the best solution in your opinion, or no?
It depends on the crime.
What are your thoughts on Washington as a sanctuary state, if you will? Basically not
Depends on the
cooperating with the
crime,
federal
it's crazy.
government, that sort of combative relationship they have right now?
Well, as long as the federal government is not operating legally,
yeah,
I would say that would be okay position from my position.
Like, we wouldn't have this concept of sanctuary cities if we had a robust enough border patrol, immigration system, legal system.
I don't know.
So if their only crime is illegally entering the country, do you think let them?
Serious enough.
No.
Not serious enough.
No.
Not
Respect.
serious.
So if they illegally enter,
Respectable.
maybe they murder someone. Is that? What's the line?
Yeah. Well.
Violent crime is
Violent
the
crime.
line.
An illegal who's committed a crime, should they be top of the list?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
What are your thoughts on ICE raids happening in Washington right now?
I think it's pretty terrible.
Nitty gritty
It's
stuff.
unconstitutional.
Of course. I think that if people aren't going to care about the ICE raids and people that are illegal immigrants, I think that can be handled in a different way. I don't think that coming and just snatching people up is really a good thing. I don't think it's good.
And I think
I agree with that. I feel like the ICE raids is definitely fucking OD as hell. But I don't know, man, cause like they still come here illegally, but like I feel like there could be another way. Like if you already know where the undocumented immigrants already are, why not just give them like a not like a wellness check, but just a check on them, let you know, hey, you got this many days to start the immigration process and this and that. It's like lead them on the right path. I don't know. That's just me.
how they're doing it with plainclothes officers jumping out of a car.
Oh yeah, that's crazy too.
Their public dissent, their expression of free speech is
being
very problematic.
wild.
I mean, we're all referencing the Holocaust at this point. We're all referencing Nazis.
What are your thoughts on the El Salvador mega prison as a concept? People being shipped over there.
I think it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up thing.
Fucked up thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Do you think
that shit is
El
crazy.
Salvador mega prison is akin to, let's say, a concentration camp in Poland? Is that kind of the parallels we're thinking of?
I think it's hard to argue against it.
It did as is concentration camps if you think about it. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That's literally what it is. And like half of the niggas that like are in the El Salvador prisons never even been there. Here's the follow zone. Like half the people that are in those prisons have never left the country. Like a lot of these niggas have been in America all their lives. Concentration camps, well, no, literally. And that's shit. That's
what
they get.
Violation of human rights.
I'd say in most cases, yeah,
There's
definitely.
no trial.
And there's no way to get out, and nobody's supposedly left the facility alive.
What are your thoughts on the Trump administration thus far?
I don't support nothing Trump does. I think the president should be impeached.
Worst possible president we've ever had.
I left to the U.S. because of Trump the
you
first
follow
time
Mello?
around.
Oh, you left.
I moved to Hong Kong. And
Any thoughts that
Hong
come to
Kong.
mind?
Yes, I think we should deport Trump.
Damn.
Where should he be sent? El Salvador?
Yes, to that prison.
Everybody has the
Send that old nigga El Salvador. On God, he's not making it past a week. Beautiful Ole, how you doing?
ability to be human. It's a choice, though. And I wish more would choose to be human to the vulnerable people of this world and stop judging them. We need more people of every flavor.
Stop making it
because
2
that's
days?
what
No,
this
God, he's
country
not.
was founded on. If
Detractors
we're
may
all
say,
gonna
yeah.
leave because we're all immigrants and the Native Americans are going to take it back? Because if you're
Good call,
going to
Angel.
get into history, we're all trespassing.
So there's no illegal status on stolen land, is what you're saying?
There's no illegal status if you're coming here to better yourself, part of a civilization.
That means illegal. Go back to where you come from.
Back home.
All right.
Go back home.
This isn't home.
This is not your home.
If we didn't have diversity, this would be a really boring show.
So I'm going to go on an ICE raid. What is a question you might have for them?
Do your job.
Woke is just a term for
This nigga ain't playing.
call the
Compassion.
people who give a who have compassion, who have a heart, who want you to be their neighbor. I like all the colors in the rainbow. If it was just white, it'd be super boring.
And any advice for an undocumented migrant
Black's
out
not in
there
rainbow.
who's
Hope you still
considering
like black
fleeing the
niggas.
country or is afraid for their...
I'm concerned that they're going to just start taking anyone who disagrees with the current administration. Okay. And I've been kind of like looking into some of that, and there's definitely some questions.
Is low-key starting to get to that point, because I saw a video on Twitter. I think they detained a senator because I think he like interrupted some shit. He did something. I think he like interrupted a interview or something. They put that nigga in hand because he's a U.S. senator. Like, goddamn. Karen Bill. Okay, buddy.
Things that have already happened, and people that have been taken that where it's like, why was this person taken? Yeah, most
he like protest. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he just like interrupted some lady talking during the interview. And he was trying to identify himself, but I don't think it.
Deportations were illegal, and that legal citizens are being arrested as well. Before I see ICE arresting illegals up close, I met up with Seattle journalist Jonathan Cho in Tacoma to visit a privately run detention center operated by Geo Group on behalf of ICE that holds all the people arrested by ICE until their fate is decided. Were the people arrested and sent here subjected to concentration camp-like conditions, as some Seattle residents and activists feared?
And behind me, we have a memorial where 2 people died in custody. Is that what happened?
What?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, people have died in custody. Yet at the same
that's
time,
crazy.
The circumstances are a bit murky.
I'm here illegally. I ain't got deported yet. Yeah, GG's, bro. I give you 3 more weeks.
A far-left activist group called La Resistencia put up this makeshift memorial. In fact, every other weekend they're out here protesting as well. They want this ICE detention center shut down permanently. Essentially, this is where illegals are taken for processing before deportation, or somewhere.
I guess he's telling the truth. That nigga's
back onto the
bullshitting.
streets as they're waiting for asylum.
And are these the buses people are being transported in? Illegals are being captured and then sent here, or what?
Yeah, very similar buses. The buses you'll usually see that are being used to transport illegals will also have bars on the windows.
Chinga la migra, which basically means immigration, I think, and then an anarchist symbol.
Type shit.
Yo. All right.
So let me just be in fairness to the officers who have to guard this place.
Of course.
Look, they're not concerned about us necessarily. They're concerned about the far left activists that would go in there and try to vandalize these buses.
I see.
These types of attempts have been made. I mean, people have thrown Molotov cocktails over the fences. People spray paint, vandalize constantly. So I
don't agree with that shit, bro. Like, vandalizing shit is not gonna do anything. It's not gonna make anything better. Like, I believe in peaceful protesting because that's what our First Amendment right is. But when you start throwing Molotov cocktails, like, come on, bro, you're just making shit worse. All right, just come to me. Okay, bro. All right, bro. There's another option. I promise you there is.
Released actually at that other end of the fence, and then they'll likely bump into these advocates right here at this fence.
Let's talk to them. Let's see what they do and why they're here. Free them all, ACAB. Which stands for?
All cops are bastards.
Oh, damn.
More signs there, abolish.
I don't agree with that.
All. They're on the graffitis everywhere.
As we inspected the exterior, we saw this activist group's tent and met this guy.
We're trying to figure out who you guys are.
Such a short mentality. No, dead ass, bro. Like, goddamn.
Oh.
Were you just released?
Whoa. Okay, how was it?
It's all right. You don't have to talk to him.
But obviously you don't have to talk because you're your own person. You have your own free will. You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to listen to me. We're just curious guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Wait, why they detain? He don't look. He look like a brother. He don't look that illegal.
We're curious what you guys do.
Yeah, so we're here to support immigrants when they're released.
I can't even take myself out.
Do you mind if I ask that you don't broadcast his images without a photo release?
Well, he was willing to talk to us, free will on a public street.
No.
You don't want it? Okay. Well,
so.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk to you if you're done.
So why haven't they blurred this nigga's face, bro? What's going on?
Right.
Fine.
Good to meet you, by the way. My name's Tyler. Congrats on the release.
Yeah. So
that is true. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you do?
So we're here to support immigrants who are released from ICE detention.
So you guys are like the first pit stop once they're released, I assume.
Pretty much. Yeah. So we're here every day of the week, and our mission is to support all immigrants who are released here, and as well as those who are inside.
For example, if there was a guy we just spoke to who was released, what is his next step? What resources do you guys provide to someone like him?
We provide food, clothing, water, transport, housing if necessary.
To my knowledge, this may not be accurate, but 60% of everybody in there gets deported.
Damn.
So visitation is
that's a high probability, man.
Bags for people who request it. And our organization, almost all volunteer-led, has been here for
15 years.
We welcome them. We make sure that we check them in, so we take down their information.
Take down as little as possible. We only take what we need to know to book them, help them book air tickets.
Okay.
Snacks, it has hot water.
Okay.
We give over $2,000 a month in phone cards because there's people inside have no way to reach there.
Let me head over there, man.
$20 phone donations.
And we saw the memorial over there. It appears as if 2 people died in custody.
Yeah, so that was last year, and we're not connected with that memorial.
Okay, is there another group, La Resistencia?
Yes, that's correct.
Big bad.
You guys in collaboration, or?
We do not work with them directly.
Okay,
They have a different ethos, a different strategy. Whereas La Resistencia, they're trying to abolish this place. They're far left activists. It's a different approach to trying to help in this crisis. Who's being released exactly?
Well, it's the lucky few who've been through immigration court hearing. So it means different things for different people. The very few who've been granted asylum are pretty much free to carry on. Ones that are out on bond or some other who have hearings, sometimes they're months and months or even years away. The largest group.
Exactly. So like, if they're going through the process, why deport them? They're on the right track. That don't make sense to me.
Probably in the last year from India.
But again, it confirms again, Tyler, that people,
I feel
again,
bad.
undocumented
Shit, I do
migrants,
too.
they are being released.
Well, undocumented isn't correct, actually. Everyone who's in this facility is going through the legal process of staying in this country. So
why are they in prison? See, this is why I don't understand. So every nigga that's in there is going through the process to become a citizen, but we're still trying to deport them. I don't get it, bruh. I really don't get it.
Calling them undocumented is not accurate.
What would they be then? Asylum seekers?
Correct.
I see. So everyone here is a documented asylum seeker?
Yes.
I wouldn't even
Some
want
of them
to.
come from ICE raids.
I wouldn't even care about the citizenship no more. If I'm trying to become a citizen and you still put me in jail while I'm going through the process, the hell with y'all, bruh. Man, I'll deal with the cartel in fucking U.S.
Show up at the border, apply for asylum. They get their credible fear interview, and then they will be
processed here?
Usually processed at a facility closer to the border, and then brought here for intake.
That is
And
crazy.
so then they'll stay here for 1 to 6 months while they go through the immigration court system.
A lot of the men and women who are transported through Boeing Field also end up at this detention facility.
That's correct.
Right, and so some of those people are still considered quote-unquote illegals.
Well, not really, though, because they are, in fact, in the legal system, going through the legal steps to stay in this country.
Got it.
We just want to get to the truth. We want to
Bit
hear
of a
another
headhunter.
perspective. We really genuinely want to know what.
So VOA had corrupt cops and they shot him in the leg, rubber bullet, and tackled him and bashed his head. Shit, I wouldn't doubt him, bro. Like especially during the riots and shit, them cops just be doing whatever, bro.
What the conditions are like inside. If they're being mistreated,
How you
or
doing,
if they're
Headhunter?
actually being treated in a
We just doing a
fair and
quick
humane
reacts
way. The
before we play
semantics
some
as
games.
well, right? You guys have all crossed here illegally, but now once you're in the system, you're not legal. You're seeking asylum. Yeah, fella, he looked like he was African. He's probably from one of the African nations.
Exactly. Okay. He look like a nigga.
Stating the obvious, Mr. Obvious.
Are you playing today? Probably
Question is,
Val.
where is he from? How did he get
Probably
locked
Val,
up?
to be
Where was he
honest.
detained? How long was
Or
he in there? Those
rivals.
are my curiosities.
After speaking with this group providing relief and aid to those released from the detention center, after they cock-blocked my interview with this guy who was just released, what did the people currently inside want to share with the
they look
world?
kind of happy.
And there was recently
I
a
in college.
prison
I just
break.
graduated
An illegal
3 weeks
escape
ago.
to this facility?
Yeah, authorities say a fellow from Venezuela
Right
somehow
here,
managed
Val,
to
gold
get
one.
through
I'm only gold one.
a fence. We
Yeah,
don't know all
Dookie.
the details, but he was eventually apprehended 3 days later
Congrats.
in Portland, Oregon.
Shit you, man.
Obviously, that was a
Appreciate
huge security breach. Not a good look
Not
for
bad.
this
I know.
detention
I'm
center.
like that.
So I would imagine
Should've
part of
followed
the
Connie.
narrative from the La Resistencia and the left-leaning groups is that these people are being mistreated at all times. Seems at the very least there's some outdoor time.
Well, they having fun.
Nice playing field to play some soccer.
As opposed to human rights violations.
Summer camp.
Definitely, it appears the folks
And to
being
our right,
held-
we have a truck right here following us.
Yeah, that is security.
Yo,
That
homies!
makes sense.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bueno, mal. Sí.
Them boys out in town their life, man.
Notice how ICE is trying to block us.
Hola. Hey.
They're hyped. They're hyped. Hey, come over here.
Nah, that's lit, bro.
Say hello.
I'm glad they can find a moment like this and still like make the most of it and be happy.
Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Okay. Okay, they want out. ¿De dónde eres? Amigos, pregunta. ¿Cómo es tu tiempo en
That's time in prison been. Damn.
Muy mal.
He's gonna get shot. Shit, he might.
¿Qué es tu palabras por el mundo? Okay.
You have like Muslims in here too.
All right, we gotta go.
You gotta get going.
Okay, adios. Gotta get out of here.
The volleyball. Didn't I tell you?
Yo, soccer ball.
Yeah.
Can I kick it?
Here's the bottom line. I mean, they're
Oh, they
itching
lost
to
their
talk.
ball.
They want to, tell their side of the story.
Yeah.
But rarely will you have another opportunity like this today. Obviously, Spanish was the primary language being spoken, but I saw some, Middle Eastern looking men. I saw an Asian guy there as well. So again, this border crisis has allowed people from all over the world to enter America.
I think one of my professors fled back to China because I think he was scared. He was scared he was gonna get deported. He like left like mid-semester, bruh. We don't know what happened to that nigga. I don't think he had a work visa, so I think he just dipped on us.
And Seattle,
Oh,
this
don't tell me
region,
he's
the
up
Pacific
there, man.
Northwest,
That's crazy.
continues to be an
Hey,
important
bruh.
hub for ICE and
He
its
got
deportation efforts. We really are in an information war, right? So, ICE has
These
its
classes were
narrative.
easy too.
The activists have their narrative. And then there's the truth somewhere in the middle, right? So we are trying to always determine what the truth is, what's happening real time as journalists out here. This is the type of coverage you're not going to see in local mainstream media.
After seeing the ICE detention center up front, we headed to a church in Tequila run by Pastor Jan that was, at one
Shout out
point,
Pastor
hosting
Jan.
hundreds of migrants seeking asylum. Has ICE come knocking yet? How long have these migrants been waiting here? And did they enter illegally?
So the question is, can ICE actually come raid these people? Are they protected?
That is unclear, and that's a question I want to ask
Unclear.
ICE as well.
Need
Border
these
Czar
answers,
Tom
man.
Homan has said on the record they're only interested in illegals who have committed crimes and have been convicted of serious crimes.
Crimes beyond the illegal entry of the country?
Beyond the illegal entry. We're talking murder, rape, DUIs. So a lot of these folks here, they're primarily from Haiti and Venezuela, and they're literally fresh off the boat. They just crossed the border and they've been here for a few months.
Why don't we poke our head in right now, see if we can see some people in the tiny village?
What's really frustrating, I think, for a lot of Americans, especially those who are working in the homeless outreach space, a lot of these tiny house villages initially were designated for Americans in need.
Sure.
But now they're going to illegals. But we're talking about money, resources.
And she would argue they're refugees, right? That's her contention
That's
for
her
all these
language.
people.
Sure, that's what she's saying. We don't know exactly
Trying
what
to
their
get people
background
deported
is.
if he shows their face. I feel like the government probably already knows about this area, so if they wanted to, they would have done it already. Or they might have already done. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they already know.
¿Viven aquí? ¿Bueno o mal? Bueno, okay, muy bien. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
No comprendo, my friend.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien.
Bien. ¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. ¿Cómo es tu vida aquí? ¿Bueno o mal? Bueno. ¿Cuántos años vive aquí?
Aquí,
Yeah.
en Seattle.
It's honestly crazy how, like, they still say it's good here. Because, like, this is probably luxury to them compared to over in Venezuela. But if you put a normal American in this situation, they'll say their life is a living hell or some shit like that. So it's honestly a crazy perspective.
Seattle, sí.
2 años.
Muchas personas tienen fear for ICE. ICE, ¿chinga la migra?
No,
No?
yo por lo menos.
Okay. Comprendo. Ajá.
Yo por lo menos.
¿Chinga la migra? ¿Chinga la migra?
La migra, que se vaya. La migra.
Okay. Oh.
No, tengo mi cosa.
Oh, okay. Legal?
Legal.
Okay. Legal.
Okay, you got his card.
Hi. Hola. Hi.
You got it.
How are you?
Excuse me.
Yes.
I would like to know who are you?
My name is Tyler.
I swear, YouTubers don't give a fuck, bro. You say no filming, they're just like, okay.
Joseph,
That's
how are you?
saying, yeah,
I'm
word.
good about yourself.
Very good. Where are you
Okay,
from?
I'm from Uganda.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Well, I'm the operations manager, and I would like to know what's the whole of this.
We're just talking to the locals here. We hear the good work Jan's doing.
Okay, next time when you're doing that, you have to come and report at
Ah,
because
always rules.
what you're doing right here, it's illegal.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. We didn't know. So speaking of illegal, we're trying to talk to people who have illegally entered the country. Do you know
I
any
just
people here?
knew he was gonna do that little segment,
You
bro.
have to tell who are you to ask those people.
I see. My name's Tyler. ¿De dónde eres? Venezuela. ¿Cuántos años vive aquí? ¿Uno, dos? ¿Meses?
Como 8 meses aquí en esta.
8. ¿Casa es bueno o mal?
Bueno.
Bueno, okay, gracias.
See, that nigga saying live in these shacks
Nice
is very
living
good
conditions out
compared
here.
to
Pretty
Venezuela. That's
organized.
honestly crazy.
Okay, we've seen the tiny village. Very nice place. Shall we leave? We're leaving. We're leaving. Very nice people, though.
I think what's so frustrating for a lot of people in the homeless outreach space here is that there are Americans here in need, and Washington State ranks number 3 in homelessness. There are
Damn.
Americans on the streets who are not getting the same resources as people who have come illegally across the border.
So we headed inside to see who lived here and if ICE had visited this church yet.
How's everything going?
No filming.
No filming?
No.
Can you just give me an update outside?
Nope.
I just want to know, are you
No,
concerned
no
ICE
filming.
agents might come to
Okay.
this church? I just want to know what precautions you're taking or measures you're taking.
Yeah, we are very concerned. That's why we are very careful with who comes in and out the doors.
Do they have authority to come here and apprehend people? No. Well, you've done a great job moving a lot of
so
the illegals
they can't even-
off this
they can't even come
property
here and do
to
it.
hotels. Since I first reported on this encampment, that field here was covered with dozens of tents. Yeah, I mean, but this is crazy.
Can ICE capture these people?
Yeah, I believe they can.
But
Again,
she
if
said no.
they deem some of these men and women actual criminals beyond just crossing the border illegally.
What problems have you seen in the local community because of the people here, if any?
Not much problems. That's what I told you before. There's a lot of garbage, a
Okay.
lot
For one bit.
of drink
Nah,
people.
he seemed like one of the
Right now,
niggas that
it's
just
fully
fluent in like
quiet,
2 or 3 languages.
looking clean. Before I got a lot of problems in my car.
Shit, that was me making this video. I'd be cooked, bro. I don't know, slick of
But right
Spanish.
now it's nice.
But again, I think with a smaller group now here at this church, you're also seeing fewer problems and a decrease in 911 calls.
And if the Washington homeless population were to see this, do you think they'd be insulted?
Oh, absolutely. I've already
Yeah,
done
we
stories
got
about
lucky
that,
here, bro.
and
We
they
gotta be
know. I mean,
bilingual.
for example, there are empty hotels right now in King County that was, designated for the homeless that are sitting empty, and activist groups like La Resistencia were demanding that those hotels go to these illegals.
You know, Jan, good intentions. The question is, will it all pan out?
After visiting the church, we received news that ICE had just arrested 17 alleged illegals working at a
What?
beverage manufacturer in Kent. We
Damn.
pulled up to ask if this business was
See, I don't fuck with that, bro. Why are you going into niggas' jobs and just deporting or apprehending them? That's some bullshit to me. I don't know, bro. And then it's like you're taking away the workers. Like they're making money for their family and shit. They ain't doing nothing wrong. I don't know, bro.
knowingly employing illegals.
This company was already under investigation prior to this.
And how does that even work? How do you employ an
Again,
illegal?
we're here to
'Cause
find out.
do they just get paid under the
if
table or
wants to
something?
talk about what happened.
Let's hop in, ask him about the ice raid. Do you know about the ice raid?
Hi, this is private property. I'm not to leave, sorry. No
You see the
comment.
ice
Please
raid?
don't record me. You don't have permission. You don't have permission to record me. Please
Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Answer the question.
don't record me.
You know about the ice raid?
No comment. Please leave.
All right, I'm gonna ask them about the ice raid.
She got a deep ass voice.
No. Okay.
Door's locked.
You know about that, sir? You don't have permission to record me.
Big guy coming through. Big guy coming through. The arrest happened right there.
Let's go over there. This is the scene
These
of the
niggas some
crime,
assholes,
if you
bro.
will.
Well, at least that's where, the ICE bus showed up and, the illegals were being apprehended and pulled out in handcuffs and shackles. And they're closing the doors right now because we showed up.
Yo!
Looks like the screens are open. The screen is
Damn.
wide open still.
They can't
Question
answer
for
no
ya.
questions.
You know about the ice raid?
Private property, you guys need to leave.
Do you know about the ice raid? They're all tweaking.
So
Damn,
obviously,
I
they-
wanna
Hiring
know.
Illegals, they're exploiting the labor market. They're undercutting American laborers. Honestly, they're contributing to a massive problem, in my opinion.
Discussing ice raids out here
I
was a
want to
touchy
know what's going
subject.
on. Cause if they're hiring illegal immigrants and paying them under the table, under minimum wage to boost their profits and shit, and yeah, that's a problem. Cause then you are taking away jobs from American citizens. I feel like all in all, Americans should come first. That's just me. So what they doing kind of sketchy. Then them They being
Luckily,
being
on my
weird,
drive
bro.
back
They
home,
being
I found
weird.
a few local protesters who could explain to me exactly what was going on out here.
There we go.
saw you guys on Twitter. We're here to amplify your voices. We want to hear what's going on and what you guys are protesting about.
I don't think we're really authorized to speak to anyone.
Aw.
So you might want to talk to some people inside.
Are you guys
Answer the
like La
question.
Resistencia? Are you guys with an organization or just individual?
Different organization.
Yeah, we got ICE equals Gestapo.
I mean, I don't know.
What do we got here? No one is illegal on stolen land. ICE of Seattle. Stop kidnapping our community. They are leaving right now. They're not authorized to speak and use their voice. Apparently, seems a bit infantile to come out here with the sign and not share honestly, some pussy There's an opportunity for other people to learn some things, and we do have ears and we're willing to listen.
So why be out there?
ICE waiting to
Yeah, why be out there with the signs, and when you get the opportunity to share your voice, you say, "Nah, I don't really feel like it." Like come on, bro.
Illegals after their court hearing, and
He's
with
there for
local
show.
activists there to document any violation of their rights. I headed inside the immigration court to see what we would find. Before we go on a ride along with ICE, in this area of media corruption and bias, it's tough to know what's fake news and what's real news. But
That's
luckily,
also
the
true.
sponsor of this video, Straight Arrow News, can help you find fact-based reporting from the left, right, plenty of pills migrant that are more about coalition and news. Back arrest and ICE.
Alright, there we go. Well, fuck
ICE
that ad, bro.
agents waiting on the outside of these courtrooms, ready to arrest and deport. We don't know if
Wait,
we'll find
where
any,
are they
but
outside?
waiting on the outside of these courtrooms, ready to arrest and deport.
Like, why is ICE in a fucking courtroom, bro? That shit is stupid to me.
We don't know if we'll find any, but
Like-
yesterday they were out here waiting outside these courtrooms.
Like, if they're in a courtroom,
Oh, yeah?
they're trying to get
Where are they?
they're trying to get their documents, bro.
Like actual agents? Okay. Oh, are you guys ICE?
That's another thing. If they are ICE, why are you in plain clothing, bro? If you're in plain clothing trying to arrest me, oh God, I gotta beat your ass. I'm sorry. I'm going down fighting. You're not. I'm not gonna let no random white nigga put me in cuffs. Like, I need to see ICE ran down or something, bro. I need to see some authorization. It's like,
I guess we found ICE.
You got
so
me
they're
fucked
here,
up, bro.
they're waiting outside the immigration courts, floor 5. They went back inside. Do we think they're trying to actively arrest and deport people after immigration court?
Yes, I think so. How many did you say?
okay, so this is
They're
immigration court.
5, 6.
So like, why are they there?
Why are you here?
I am an observer.
What are your concerns?
I want to make sure that if immigrants are detained or threatened, that they know their rights. But we want to let them know that they have the right to appeal a court decision.
What group are you guys with?
Basically, I'm with Indivisible.
Wow.
They're saying we can't film.
We've been given permission to go ahead and prohibit that. So.
Who are you?
Can't
Turn it
film.
What's the legal authority? Please identify. Do we know who is he?
Who the fuck is this guy?
You can't film in the hallway?
Trying to see ammo who shows up is illegal. Well, I feel like everyone who's showing up is gonna be illegal if it's an immigration court. Like, they're literally spawn camping these niggas, bruh. How is this fair?
Alright, I don't know what we did. You guys see ICE? I saw them. Did you guys see them?
Like the activists had infiltrated every leg of the ICE deportation process.
Back there?
Who are you?
My name's Tyler.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Damn.
So who are you with?
Oh, just news. We're just doing a little independent news piece. Are you guys here to
I feel like they don't really trust him because he's a white nigga. I feel like they think he's with ICE and shit. I don't know. Fuck are these bills? Welcome to Washington, man.
protect the rights of people exiting immigration court and
damn.
Yeah. Go ahead. Guess they come in. Question for you guys.
No.
Any legal status in question right now? Any
No,
concerns of deportation?
No. No comments. He's mine.
He goes, here's the Antifa guy. He's trying to body us.
Why are you being weird, bro?
Yeah. Why are you trying to
elevator?
Why are you
I could've moved.
Wait, they think he's part of anti. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like he's literally just asking questions, and you need a haircut.
What's your name? Nah.
And they want to make sure, the illegals' rights are not being violated. At the same time,
Niggas being assholes
because of
over here, bro.
a new law essentially that's in play, ICE agents now can come to these court hearings, and if the judge dismisses the case, boom, that's when the agents come in and sweep and apprehend the illegals. Borders Czar Tom Homan has said numerous times that even if local authorities do not cooperate and assist ICE agents, they're still going to operate and do their job.
Damn, what the hell?
Whoa.
Oh, no interaction here. It's against fire code to
actually, there is a badge.
What
Yo, so we have an ICE agent right here. This guy is trying to body shove his way in there. I think he'll lose this fight, but it's honorable.
What the hell?
It's a violation of fire code. Is that what they're saying?
I'm worried about the ability for people to come and go in the case of an elevator failure.
Yeah, ICE agents are in the stairwells right now. The activists got word, and now they're trying to disrupt.
I see. It seems like the activists know everything somehow.
If they get in the way of federal agents, it is a crime. I mean, look what he's doing. I mean, he's using his foot to prop it open against several agents.
It's against fire code to block the doors, so we're just trying to open the access.
They're finding loopholes.
Oh, can I go down the stairs?
To be fair, we don't actually know who these people are. They haven't self-identified. We presume they're ICE agents. He's holding the door open.
Yeah, why can't they say they're part of ICE? Like, if just some random nigga just being weird, bro, like, identify yourself, man.
Looks like ICE, or what we think is ICE, is going downstairs. I guess there's one guy holding it open right now. I presume he's going to storm through the moment the door is openable.
Might be in the clear. Looks like you're in the clear. All right, let's see what was down.
We come in peace. Let's see who they were, where they went. Okay, I think we have ICE. Yo, can we interview you guys? Are you guys ICE? We come in peace.
I know they ain't a nigga with ICE.
We interview you guys? All right, so they're gone. No identification.
No, it's not. Okay.
No knowledge. We don't know who they are. We only think they're ICE.
That was fascinating, though, to see kind of the tactics now being used by both sides, by presumably ICE agents, as well as the far left activists.
ICE literally spawn camping these
A few
niggas,
people
bro.
are trying to work out their legal status right now, and there are lawyers, activists everywhere. Logic right now is that they have the flow of information. They know everything before anyone else does. They seem to be sniffing on the trail of intel here. They're here whenever ICE is here, and vice versa.
I think we should ask them.
How are you guys always here when ICE shows up? We're trying to show up as well.
How are you guys getting tipped off? Do you guys have inside sources, or?
Damn.
Have you guys seen any
why are you
anything
being
ICE has
rude?
done that's like violated any rights? Anything the people should know? Genuinely?
What's your website?
Oh, I don't have a website. All the media is just on socials. Yeah, I guess we're not having a conversation.
Like, damn.
Probably, though. My name is Tyler Oliveira. We don't do handshakes.
No. It's like a COVID germ thing.
What?
We ain't handshaking in the big 2025, bruh. Okay. I better not see her be around nobody touching nobody, bruh.
Most of them are working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bruh. Like, what the bullshit?
Process. They're still in this country with approval. They might not be citizens yet, but they are documented.
Got it. What would be the correct term? Just
Immigrants.
Immigrants. Okay, plain and simple. All right, thank you. There's definitely some politics here in terms of terminology, political correctness. We're in the belly of the beast, and they all hate you. Now they hate me.
I mean, we're in the middle of an information
First of
war
all,
as well,
Sigma.
right?
In between, there's no room for nuance. There's no room for understanding. No room for conversation. What? What was that? What happened?
You don't have permission to record me. Thank you.
Bro.
We do. We actually.
I hate Washington.
Thank you.
I will never
Tensions
go
here
to
were
Washington,
high.
bro.
All parties in attendance were predicting that ICE would arrest someone
I think it's
here
just
after
weird,
the
bro.
immigration court hearing. If you weren't with the activists, then you were against them.
This is just like some low-quality right-wing YouTuber, so we're gonna...
Why are they on? That's a crazy pause. But why are they automatically assuming where he is on the political status? He's just trying to interview niggas. Call that dude a soy boy? That nigga is a soy boy, bro. That nigga a bitch.
That's me.
We're just trying to avoid their content.
Unavoidable. But we have
What the
people
hell?
legitimately coming through for their immigration court right now, about 3 floors. Volunteers coming in.
Like, what the fuck is that lady
Finally,
doing?
I managed to speak to a lawyer and some immigrants here to hopefully resolve their legal status.
Are you a lawyer?
Yeah.
That
Can you
shit.
tell us the work you're doing? Nah, I'm a chill guy. They're all about Team Red, Team Blue. I'm just a guy trying to get the truth. What are you doing here today?
I'm representing a client.
Primary concerns coming in here. Is this pro bono? What's going on?
No, I work for a law firm.
Okay. Is your client like an undocumented migrant? Allegedly?
No.
What's the work you're doing out here today? I noticed this said thank you.
I'm representing an immigrant who's, seeking a legal pathway to stay here.
Are you guys here to get like citizenship status?
No English, sorry.
No English? You guys trying to get paperwork
Bullshit.
handled?
Мы пытаемся получить убежище в стране Америка.
Oh, I
You guys
thought
been
you
here?
were speaking English. I don't know what that
What
is.
is the legal procedure by which they can take someone here and maybe arrest and deport them?
ICE attorneys are doing motions to dismiss, and if the judge grants it, then that person's application for relief has just magically disappeared
What
at
the
that
hell?
moment, and then they walk out of court, and apparently ICE is handcuffing
How is
them
this
then
constitutional?
and putting them into expedited removal proceedings, not proceedings.
Sure. Are you guys seeking like political asylum? What religion are you?
Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, Lord.
Jehovah's Witnesses. What have the lawyers told you?
Oh, Lord.
Адвокаты говорят, как правило, кейсы свидетелей Иеговы очень сильные, потому что нас называют в России экстремистами.
Did you guys come into the United States through a legal port of entry?
Мы приехали в США через Мексику по программе CBP-1.
The general know your rights information is that you don't have to talk about your legal your immigration status. You have to identify yourself to law enforcement if they identify themselves, but you don't otherwise have to tell them anything.
And do you guys have concerns of deportation via ICE?
Ну, честно говоря, нет, потому что мы все делаем правильно, у нас уже все документы, мы работаем, у нас.
See, you say that like they're doing everything the right way, but why is ICE in the building in the first place? They are doing everything the right way. This is what I don't understand.
Семьи, дети. Мы сюда, может быть, тревога была до того, как мы сюда ехали. Попав сюда, уже нет тревоги.
You can shove me. These guys are shoving us around for no reason. We're civil.
No one here to get physical.
You're right.
So don't be pushing them.
Oh man, the vibes are hostile.
What the
right
fuck is going on with these niggas? Like,
What happened? Nothing happened. I put my hand up. I didn't hit the camera, dog.
Is this goofy?
come on, bro. Nah, listen. Instant replay. Instant replay. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
No. What happened? Nothing happened. I put my
Now
hand
he's
up.
playing
I
victim.
didn't hit the camera,
Come
dog.
on,
This
bro.
goofy, face-tatted wannabe SoundCloud rapper scootered
Damn.
away to hopefully fill out a
Give
job
her brutality,
application.
okay.
With no ICE arrest today at court, we returned back here next morning only to see an anti-ICE protest.
Type shit.
Want to make sure you're asking people's permission
Yeah.
before you take pictures of their faces.
What? What happened to peaceful protest?
What the hell is going on?
Peaceful protest.
I'm the most.
What is going on in Washington, bro? He's not on anybody's side. He's just trying to ask questions. Niggas getting so hostile.
Peaceful guy here. You're just a scumbag. If you pulled your head out of your
I
head,
see a
you come join
scumbag.
us.
What's
On the
Sickling
right
granddad,
side.
no, literally,
My
bro.
name is your problem.
I just walked up here. She's concerned too because you're acting crazy right now. Listen to her, bro. Respect people out here. You're acting crazy.
Why is he being hostile towards her?
This is public property. Everyone's publicly protesting. Don't press her, bro.
W White Knight.
I'm a tool. You're crazy.
No, literally.
We're exercising our First Amendment rights.
As am I. As am I.
Yeah, I know you are.
What's
So
the problem?
why did you stop photographing people?
This is public property. Everyone has a phone out. What are you talking about?
You don't need to be pointing your camera at
Bro, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why are they so sensitive, bro? Crackhead, I don't know. All of them seem like they on something.
people
You
here.
walked up to me. I'm observing this. Get away from me, dude.
Oh, careful you
Get
point
the
that hand.
fuck
Whoa,
away
whoa,
from me.
whoa,
I
whoa.
think you need to leave this.
I think you need to back up right now.
Uh-oh.
To me.
You back the fuck. How about that? Get the away from me. Stay away. Oh my
Tell me when
God.
that's not
These
literally,
people are
bro.
insufferable. Get away from me, man.
Like he was the dude Tyler. He was literally walking away from them. There's old ass niggas following him. Like, come on, bro.
There. Are we gonna bite the camera? He kissed it. What is this?
Oh hell no.
He licked it. He licked the lens.
What the hell?
Our lens was getting licked.
Oh,
and
God.
A few perspectives from the
I
elderly
slap him.
protesters who weren't
See,
irrationally
I feel like
hostile.
he definitely wants to slap him too, but then that's assault. That's what the old niggas are basically rage baiting him. Like they want him to hit him. So that's an easy charge.
Democrats, more directly?
Democrats? I'm an independent thinker. There have been a lot of ICE raids out here. We were wondering if we asked you guys' thoughts on ICE raids lately.
I think they're horrendous. It's like the Gestapo. You're kidnapping people. They deserve due process. They should be able to apply for asylum if that's applicable. If it's not, I think that there needs to be some compassion, particularly for the children that have been brought here.
Let's say someone agrees with you but says, hey, we want them to go through the legal port of entry. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a legitimate thing to say, but Congress has not funded it in order to handle the number of people that are coming.
Honestly, that's
fair.
fair.
How good these people are and how hard they work. Illegal entry is not a criminal act.
Sir, why did you lick the lens?
Well,
is it tasty?
Okay.
Do you want to lick my lens?
See, now they being assholes and rage baiting this nigga, bruh. I'm about to have a heart attack. Oh God.
He's licking the lens. Get your camera off the back of his head.
He literally backed. Nah, bro. This shit about to piss me off. He literally backed his head into the camera. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Ironically, for this group claiming to protest against fascism, they were quick to obey whoever whispered in their ear not to talk to us, and to violently suppress anyone who they believed to have opposing beliefs or asked any questions.
Bro, what the fuck? Why is this nigga like smudge mark still on the camera?
However, to be fair, the sheer density of musical talent here almost made me forget that these unhinged retirees were probably someone's grandparents. Whoever's grandpa this is, I am so sorry.
Like, what the fuck are they doing, bro?
Get off the camera!
Like, what the fuck? Is he shaking? Please follow Banks. Well, I can't. You can't be shaking while you throwing a middle finger. Better. It's like that, bruh.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You don't have to answer that.
So what? Yeah, you don't. I mean,
put the camera down.
Stop.
What happened to freedom of speech? This is a public sidewalk. What is going on?
Listen, old man, it's the first time you know about the Constitution, right? You're here. You're
a fucking fascist, man. You're a killer.
What the fuck?
What's going on in Gaza?
This is peaceful.
Don't give them what they want.
I don't want anything. I want to have a conversation with you.
You
smack the cameras.
You creep.
I'm a creep. You're a creep, bro. I want the FBI to check your folders.
I will never step foot in Washington, bro.
You don't even know me, dog.
We also do Tesla takedown on Tuesday, as you guys, and
let's just move on.
We don't like you. We don't want you.
Immediate hostility
Bro,
from the geriatric class of advocates out here. I mean, immediately we walked up, just doing a little shot of the signs, and that bald guy right there went aggro mode, instant aggro. Sir, question for you. What are you protesting today?
Yeah, the main thing I'm trying to stand up for right now is peace and harmony.
Sir, don't infantilize him. Let him speak.
Oh, okay.
Like, what the fuck?
I guess he's being authorized nuts.
Like, he was down to talk and have a conversation, then this fuck ass niggas want to whisper in his ear and shit. Like, what the hell?
This is anything but a peaceful protest when we show up, apparently. And we have guys like Big Blue over here basically coaching people to not speak to anyone, I guess, or approved media.
And anyone who is potentially not part of this agenda, this cause, they completely cancel you.
Love, not hate. That's what makes America great.
Of course, they don't live it out.
The most hateful people you can meet out here in Seattle.
Not only the most hateful, the most
literally
violent.
But not everyone here was fresh off a perk.
What is your primary concern? Why'd you come out here today?
I came out here today because this is for federal workers, but they're just a subset. It's for all the workers, but then for all the people who are citizens or immigrants, no matter what their status, that they have the right to due process.
As a native, especially Piscataway, DC native, people don't really take into account.
Can I say she bad as hell? Is that a bad time to say that?
What the DC native is holding at the end of the day. They're the spiritual connection with the land and like everything that happens in DC. We very much are aware of what's happening.
They're with MAGA? Nigga, what? He's like just asking questions. Are you straight?
I'm good.
Appreciate it.
I know.
Hey, he's making an audio. We clearly have a conversation. But if you see us around, say hi.
This thing is so weird, bro.
They claim to be protecting the Constitution, but they're the first ones to attack your First Amendment rights when it doesn't suit them. It's unfortunate.
Grandpa got a whole hearing aid and backing his booty on dick. What the hell is going on in Seattle, man?
After seeing what ICE agents experience on a daily basis out here in sanctuary states and liberal cities like Seattle, it's time to go on a ride along with ICE and document how the arrest process really worked.
Why are we having
Oh wow. Okay. This nigga completely switched sides. So yeah, thanks Seattle for that. Nigga was with the protest. Now he's with the ICE, bro.
To do this interview covertly inside a van today.
Well, Seattle and the Seattle area operations, our area of responsibility for the region, which includes Alaska, Washington State, Oregon, parts of Idaho.
Damn.
It's a very challenging environment to work in. So we get a lot of like pushback from activists, just local concerned people that like to try to interfere with our arrest and our activity. So you happen to be standing next to an ICE official right now. It's just almost like guilt by association. But cities where you have that are non-cooperative, that are commonly known as sanctuary cities, or even sanctuary states, really all we're asking as a federal law enforcement agency is to take custody of people that have other legal issues that they need to address, either federally or have been convicted of criminal offenses at the local level. So all we're trying to do is arrest or take hold of an individual in a private, secure setting, as opposed to having to do it at large, out in the community, where people's property, their lives, overall safety are being put at risk. What I will say, it's a constant pressure. Like, we want to do the right thing.
Tell me what these ride-alongs are basically like. What's happening here in this region? How often are they happening?
ICE agents and officers and our law enforcement partners, we're out constantly. So we have to go where the action is. Whether there's an illegal alien that should be arrested, that's been either ordered removed from the country by an immigration judge, has criminality or another immigration law enforcement legal issue, we're going to be there.
Okay, I feel like that's fair. If the judge say you gotta go or you're a criminal, that's fair. But like, anybody else or niggas who are going through the right way to become a U.S. citizen, I feel like you shouldn't be camping the immigration court area. That's just weird.
Arrests are happening every single day throughout the day. So anywhere where you see these non-cooperative like policies where it's okay to not work with federal law enforcement, then it becomes a really difficult environment.
What right now is legally required to perform an arrest on ICE's end?
Probable cause meets that threshold most of the time. That seems to be a confusion with the public. Under the INA, then officers are able to stop someone and confirm their citizenship.
Is there any probability of like misidentification or arresting a legal citizen? Are there any cases of that?
It's not a thing at all.
Not a thing.
It's not a thing at all. So, I don't want to go into like law enforcement like tactics.
Yeah.
But once an arrest is completed, and these are targeted arrests, so
just to follow
every circumstance.
I think I said that right.
We're looking for.
Understood.
There is the potential for collateral arrest. So, like when you make an arrest, if an alien is with another alien that doesn't have a lawful basis for being in the U.S., then that person can be arrested as well.
Who on the list of illegal aliens is ICE targeting right now? Top priority? Is there a target beyond just illegally?
What the hell? Spider just now falling? What the fuck, bro?
No, there's really not.
Okay.
But in saying that, naturally, if somebody is showing to be a immediate public safety threat, immediate threat to national security, then that's gonna be a priority.
Okay.
There really isn't a true like priority list. We'll make the arrests as they need to be made.
So even though Tom Homan has said priority is right now at least going after the violent, criminal, illegal aliens, the ones who've committed rapes, murders, and all that, you guys are still doing your jobs of going after people here who have overstayed their visas and so on and so forth. That's what you're saying, right? Just to clarify.
So if you're an alien, if you don't have a lawful basis for being in the U.S., there is a very high potential that ICE will arrest you and you'll be placed into pending removal proceedings.
I don't know, bro. Like, if you overstay your welcome with your visa, I feel like, and they know where you're at, I feel like they could just say, hey, man, you got this many days, just letting you know you got this many days to fix your shit, update your visa. I don't know how it works. You got this many days to get everything situated. And if not, then we're going to come back. I feel like that would be a good way of doing it, but
Say I just jump
I'm
the
not a
border,
political
I
person.
illegally enter the country. How does ICE eventually identify me as an illegal alien if I haven't been captured by any form of law enforcement?
There's a variety of ways.
Yeah.
I can't go into law enforcement tactics.
Okay.
So outside of the obvious, because and this is where sanctuary cities, non-cooperative cities, their policies come into play, right?
Yeah.
So if they arrest somebody for, let's say, like DUI, like I've seen plenty of DUI like convictions like this week.
Sure.
For aliens, criminal aliens this week. Then if an alien encounters like local law enforcement for a law that they potentially have broken, then we want to have that further conversation. And we used to be able to do that. But in cities like Seattle, we can't.
What do I need to do to get taken to like El Salvador? How do you identify the country of origin for some of these people if you're deporting them to that country of origin? How does that process play out?
Well, no. Again, that kind of falls into more like law enforcement tactics, intel in some cases.
Okay.
But the simple answer is we've got one detention facility for our region.
Okay. Are you guys working in tandem with law enforcement in the country of origin to receive these people? How does that work?
Apartments.
Got it.
So it's not just us. We do all the
Just follow real M's.
street stuff.
Real MJ.
Scooping them up.
Right. And so now it goes to, or at that point, it becomes an issue also for the Department of State and really Department of Justice. So we're actually making arrests all over the place. So yeah, where we can identify a target, then we'll make that arrest. So no, I mean these policies, these non-cooperative policies are just not helpful, and really they just delayed the inevitable.
And now it was time to actually arrest an illegal immigrant. But real quick,
I'd be like, go on down the road, you fuck.
if you want to support our boots on the ground independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive DLC content
y'all wanna
that
see
YouTube
that?
won't let me
Yo,
upload,
this Patreon.
and uncensored early access to all my videos before they go up on YouTube, go subscribe at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for less than $5 a month.
Ain't bad.
And we're just picking this guy up before he goes to work, or what?
It depends on the situation, but more than likely, yeah.
First parking stall that's closest
Beautiful
to the
souls.
street, in front of an apartment. If we can get a confirmation on that.
They're identifying the guy and where he's at. I don't think he's gonna make it to work today. The real takeaway from this, any illegal watch,
the nigga just trying to make ends meet for his family. They about to pick his ass up, bro.
is don't enter the country illegally.
Yeah, vehicle's not here. I don't know if you want us to shift over to the second target and just leave one car behind over here.
It's always a risk. They have vests on, body armor. You just never know if these, targeted arrests can go sideways or if they go smoothly. So
That's fair.
Again, just being out here, again, continues to be a risk, not only for the agents, but also for the community.
Yo, hey man, yeah, vehicle's not here. What are you looking at? Have you got made it down to the secondary yet?
Probably
We're just
at work.
going to a different location to see if the arrest target might be there or is going to be there. This isn't uncommon. Like, we're not giving up on this. Like, we don't give up like that quickly. There's just an indication that the arrest target isn't here at the moment. So we're just shifting resources to a different target.
Where do you think he is?
No idea.
Could you enter a suspect's workplace to arrest the individual?
Conceivably, but that's not something that happens like too often. It just kind of depends. You want to be able to control the environment as much as like possible. So you want to remove those variables. You don't want to put the public in any kind of threat. That's really the end goal here, is to increase like public safety.
It's like chasing a ghost. If it's a U.S. citizen, they have history here. They have a social security number. They have family. They have just data. Our targets typically don't. It just takes more resources.
See, I don't really understand that. Could you follow Rashaba? I say I don't understand that because like they say he works, and to work you gotta file taxes and shit. So like, are these companies just paying niggas under the rug and shit like that? Just like, just cause they can? Like I don't really understand that.
It takes more intel, surveillance, officers, and it makes it that much harder in a sanctuary state or a sanctuary city.
Given that lack of data, how do you guys find these people?
Being creative.
Okay.
Yeah, the people that are being targeted for arrest, I mean, they're difficult to find by like nature. They don't want to be found. So yeah, they're very much like ghosts because they don't have typical footprints. They don't leave the kind of trails that a U.S. citizen leave behind.
I think one of the biggest concerns, aside from the fact that
How do
Washington
they
is
find
a
them?
sanctuary state, is you have one of the most ferocious, base of far left activists They're constantly mobilizing, they're constantly recruiting, and their job is to get in the way and disrupt ICE agents or to tip these illegals off before they can be apprehended. So imagine having to work in that type of environment.
The lack of cooperation is at kind of, I don't even know if you'd say it's at a peak, because it seems like there's no indication from Washington or Oregon that they're going to cooperate more.
Give or take, around 2014, they stopped honoring detainers here and started not honoring our detainers. King County first, and then it kind of expanded out. Then it became a state, sanctuary state, along with Oregon. We used to have some jails, we used to have a presence in the jail. We would put our detainers down, release them to us, limited resources needed to pick up those bodies. Now you saw the resources it takes to go after one. It's difficult, it takes time, extra resources. It has the opposite effect of what a sanctuary state really is trying to do. They're trying to block us out of their community. Now we're actually having to go into the community more to do these targeted enforcements, targeted arrests on these criminal aliens. It's unfortunate, but we're not going to stop working and doing.
Okay, so these are criminals, or are they just undocumented?
Our job to protect our community.
18E is correct.
We are pursuing a suspect right now, I believe. We may have found one of the two guys.
Driver sort of looked like him, but if his brother looks similar, then I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe it's the brother.
This
That's
is
crazy.
This is intense. Looks like we may have found one of the suspects, and the agents are about to move in, and they just want to verify.
So why are they arresting him and not the brother too?
So we'll see where this leads.
I think we're about to see an ICE arrest right now.
Did it look like that guy had a goatee?
Hard to say, but it looked like facial hair when he drove by.
It's a bad day to have a goatee.
Shade that shit quick.
This is tense. This is potentially a very risky interaction for the officers.
Think you want to take him?
Things could escalate at any moment.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, the arrest is happening as we speak. The question is this in fact the guy, or will it be his lucky day? Typical traffic stop, no arrest. This guy right now is probably have a lot going through his mind.
Yeah, so it looks like he did pull over. So we're just going to sort of have to wait and see how this all plays out. But we're just going to wait and follow the lead of the officers right now.
Okay, they're confirming the ID of the suspect. Maybe it is the guy, and if so, what happens next?
Does it really take 3 officers to pull up to see if he's the right person? Like, come on, bro. It's like a scare tactic already.
Then they'll be arrested.
More agents are pulling up to the van here. Oh, it's escalating. He's yelling at the guy here, knocking on the van. Looks like things could get a little shiesty here. He's telling him to open the window, open the door. He's not opening the vehicle, it looks like. This is not what we want to see. This could potentially
Biggie,
pose a risky situation for someone.
Bro, what the fuck?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how laws work in Washington, but I could have sworn, like, by law, legally, you don't have to let a police search your car without probable cause and shit like that. Or, like, I think you can keep your window up. I don't know. You might have to roll your window down. I don't know. But some shit, like, you just don't have to do just because they tell you to. So, like, this is excessive force in my opinion. Because, like, just because they think he's the illegal immigrant, is that enough probable cause? I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
They broke the glass.
All right, they broke the glass. They're in. Suspect is in arrest. He did not open the window, it appears. ICE arrest has gone down.
Yeah, guy, I work good every time. I know bad guy.
So, like, is he even a criminal?
All right, the window appears to have been broken here. He would not open up. Agents are taking him into custody.
Are you innocent?
I'm here for a long time. I'm good. I'm working good. I don't know what is the problem.
Why are you being taken right now?
Why are you asking him?
Do you have an attorney?
No, I don't have. I need to call my wife, please.
Did you illegally enter the country?
What country are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
You're from Mexico.
Did they read this nigga his Miranda rights? Or is that shit does not matter no more?
Did you come here legally?
When did you come to this country, sir?
I know it's a good person.
What is your name, sir? Miguel Gonzalez.
Glass beneath my feet right now. Window completely broken.
Frankly, I think actually what happened today was a best case scenario. Nobody got hurt.
That
they
shit
got
is
the
crazy,
suspects,
bro.
and now we're moving on. And,
They call him a social. He's a fucking criminal, bruh. He ain't doing nothing.
and I want to make sure I get your side of the story. Are you in this country legally?
I'm right here. You work for that guys? Or you work
No, we're not with ICE. I'm an independent journalist. I'm with Turning Point USA's Frontlines team. I'm just trying to understand your story, where you've been living, and what's happening right now.
I'm here for 26 years. I work good, man. I help bunch of white people, bro. I help church. I help bunch of
26 years.
Now
26 years, and they're trying to send that nigga back. If he has kids, so that means if he has kids, his kids have never seen Mexico, bro. Well, to be fair, how's it work? Even because okay, let's say him and his wife are illegal and they have kids on American soil. Are they American citizens? I don't know how shit works. So like, would they get deported too or not?
Do you only have a wife? Do you have children?
I have children.
How old are they?
Yeah, I don't know. 23,
Damn.
26.
Damn, never mind.
40.
What do you do for a
Never
living?
mind. Goddamn.
You live in Monroe, but what do you do for work?
I work everywhere.
Are you a carpenter, or what do you do?
Well, you've been here for 26 years. That means 2 would be
General contractor.
Americans.
Now,
ICE says you're here illegally. Is that true? That you don't have the right papers to stay here? That's true. But you're saying right now you're not a bad guy.
no, I'm not the bad guy.
Okay,
To be fair, 26 years, you had more than enough time to go through the legal process. But like, still, I don't know, bro.
Mr. Gonzalez, thank you.
He's being transported to our intake, where he'll be in process, and then from there will be sent to the NWIPC, and then whatever happens with his case will be what it is. He has at least 2 arrests by local law enforcement.
So there's a lot of people out there doing the job to serve their country in different capacities that is dangerous. So we're no different.
Special shout out to Jonathan Cho for giving me access
out
to
Jonathan
this ride
Cho.
along. Please go follow him everywhere at Cho Show.
Nah, I'm good. Good on that. But that was a very informative video. I'm not gonna lie. Did it change my opinion on anything? Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's gotta be a different way for how they're approaching this. Cause like that nigga's been there for 26 years, and we're trying to send his ass back to who knows where, in the El Salvador prison, whatever. Prison for the freak me, crazy name. But I don't know. I feel like there should be a step in between deportation or putting them in prison. Like, give them, like, just let them know, like, hey, you got this amount of days to get your shit straight or start the process. If not, like, we're gonna check back. If not, we're gonna arrest you. That's just my opinion. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. But I'm going.